Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here is today's question. Is it common that your ideal client is essentially you? I'm a young adult therapist and work with young adults and more specifically men. I'm working on really narrowing down my ideal client and painting a picture in my mind and on paper. But when I think about the clients I have that I've done my best work with, all the qualities essentially boil down to the same as my qualities. Oh, I love this one. Okay. First, I would like to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring Ask Allison. They are the #1 rated electronic health record system available today. With live telephone support 7 days a week, it's clear why Therapy Notes is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot and has a 5-star rating on Google. Therapy Notes makes billing, scheduling, note-taking, and telehealth incredibly easy, and they offer e-prescribe as well. If you're coming from another EHR, Therapy Notes makes the transition incredibly easy, importing your demographic data free of charge so you can get going right away. Use promo code ABUNDANT at therapynotes.com for 2 free months and see what over 100,000 mental health professionals already know. All right, so I would say niche-wise, this is so common. I would say of the hundreds or thousands of people I've talked to one-on-one about niche, 85% of the time our ideal client is a version of ourselves. My ideal client for therapy resembles the 19-year-old version of myself with a few tweaks. My ideal client for practice building resembles the 31-year-old version of myself with a few tweaks. I work easier with people who overfunction and work too hard because I get that. I have a whole course in the Abundance Party called Private Practice Life Balance, for instance, but I don't have one called How to Make Yourself Do What You Need to Do. I probably struggled with motivation 3 times in my life. And while I constantly work with clients in therapy and practice building who struggle with motivation, it doesn't come as easily to me as it does to help a workaholic learn to set down their computer and squirm in the absence of achievement. I can do both well at this point, but it took a lot of practice to get to a point where I was helpful with motivation. So you aren't weird or wrong. Many therapists got into this profession because of their own struggles. As long as you've done whatever work you need to in your own healing and your own training to provide competent care, and you're keeping an eye on countertransference, it can be a huge asset to get your client's struggles so deeply. You may find that your niche describes you, but your ideal client is slightly different. Today's free worksheet helps you understand the difference between niche and ideal client because a lot of people smush those together and think they're the same thing. I hope that helps. If you need more help clarifying or marketing to that very familiar ideal client, then check out the Abundance Party to get a practice full of clients. Just hit the link and we'll take you right there.